and if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. Before I get into part 3 of what to do if you're not invited to a wedding that you really want to go to, I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of my favorite things. Oh my god, I just got through eating some of these and they are amazing. I'm just like, you're about to see me have a moment like where my eyes go in the back of my head, like I'm so serious. Like, these are amazing. Vegan pork rinds. I surprisingly found these very good. I'm not vegan, but oof, oh my lord. Whew, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the Veggo Bears. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Let's just these are amazing. I haven't opened this one yet, but oh my lord. Gluten-free Bush's chips. I'm going to get the bean dip out next time. Oh my gosh. So these are actually from out of the country, and I cannot go out of the country to get them, but oh my god. Oh my goodness. Like, I really like that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I know I'm probably going to forget something. Ooh, oh my lord. These are amazing. Wait, and these are things I've already eaten, but I think I should give them a shout out as well before my time goes out. Boing. Oh, these smell amazing. Woo, oh my god. Oh, ha ha ha. Man. Before I was cut off, I was going to say, this is amazing. Oh, these are amazing. These are so good. Oh my goodness. So, 3 other things I want to give a shout out to real quick. This is made by my cousin. 81 face serum. Minty Relieph. This just came and I'm really excited. And Minty Relieph, and forgive me if I'm saying the name wrong. Professionally, things have been going great, but personally, losing friends to suicide and just losing friends in traumatic ways has been very painful. Very, very, very painful. And this is a part of my self-care routine to get me through the days. So cousins, Mariah, Tamara, I love you guys for creating these. Thank you. I didn't know I needed them until I actually started using it, because yeah, my hair is growing longer. And I got some gray hairs now. And people in my life are like, whoa, what are you stressed out about? I said, yeah, there's a lot going on. I just don't always talk about it because I don't want to burden people with shit. But these 3 are my lifesavers. I actually gotta get some more of this. I'm almost out. I just got through ordering some of this, but these are amazing. I use these after the shower. I'm not sure if they're meant to be used for cramps, but I do. Sometimes I put some on around crampy areas, and it kind of makes it feel better after I put like a heat pad with it. So these 3 are amazing. So let me go ahead and look at my notes, and let's get this shit started on what to do if you're not invited to weddings and you really wanted to be there. Stay tuned. I'm gonna look at my notes and I will be right back. Just give me like 1 second. And one more shout out. Get these. They're good. They're good. Very, very good. Before we get started, I want to give a couple shout outs. I know I'm going to mess up your names. I'm so sorry in advance. Mason Smith, Gina Dindari, Mashida Gibbs, Cynthia Chen, Sonia Jones, Fishing Paradise, California, Kamisha Nugent, Christian Cha, Prebella, Dawson from Daw's Life from Instagram, what's up? And Alan P, I just saw you and you just subscribed to me just now, so thank you. I appreciate you guys watching my videos and leaving comments below. I can't give shout outs to everybody because I know there's going to be people who comment after I make this video, so shout out to you guys. We're in it together. So, and oh, just a little note. These are blue light blocking glasses. They help protect from headaches and eye strain. So occasionally you will see me wear these in videos because they help. And hey family, if you happen to be watching, this is how we're related. I might toy with the idea of getting this camera switched or just reversing it so it shows up better, because I usually make these videos in selfie mode. I am 6th generation, so let me just go ahead and say it because that's backwards. I am Isaac Peterson's granddaughter, Andrew Peterson's great granddaughter. You come across this video because of a cousin or a relative. That's how we're related. Hi, welcome. Oh, this is probably not the best video to share with kids because I'm going to curse. I am going to go there and I'm going to say some very interesting things. So, sorry little cousins, this is not the video for you. Wait until you're 18 because big cousin Alesha is going to say some very bad things. And it's not like in a mean or disrespectful way. I'm just going to curse. I'm just going to keep it real and I'm just going to be honest and speak my mind. So, just a little warning. Like, I am going to curse. Alrighty, let's get this shit started. Yeah, I don't know if I like the glare in these. Alrighty, I messed around long enough. Here's some of my blunt reasons why I think I was on the outskirts with a lot of people. Number one, they just didn't want me there. Being on the outside, I'm not in the clique. You know, nothing personal. If we're not close, we haven't talked in a while. You have a right to invite who you want to invite, and that's okay. It's all love. I come from a very big family. You have to make some hard decisions. You know, sometimes space and budget. Sometimes you just can't invite everybody. And if you don't know them, you haven't been close. They're not in your clique. They're not in your circle. Snoop, snoop. It's all love at the end of the day, but you just can't invite everybody. Number two, and especially with a lot of my friends, we've gone on different paths. In the perfect world, no matter what path we're on, you would think that we would support each other. But I find a lot of times this is not the case. I don't want to get married like a lot of my friends are getting married. So because I am on my own path, there's been some distance. Like, for example, if I had a friend who wanted to be a tree climber, I don't have to understand why he or she likes trees so much. I'm just going to be supportive of him and her tree climbing. May you be the best tree climber in the world. And when you find it, when you're happy, despite what that looks like to other people, when you choose your own unique path, sometimes instead of people supporting you, they kind of distance themselves from you. Too many people fear what they don't understand. Like, I'm just going to be honest. I signed up for a Bumble account, and I clearly say in my little bio, I'm here just for friends. And guys have sent me some very, very disturbing messages talking about what they want to do to me sexually. And I'm like, whoa. I'm here just for friends. I want to get to know you as a human being. I'm at that phase where I'm not sizing him up for husband or boyfriend material. I literally just want to be able to connect with another human being. And some of those messages get a little weird. Like, people don't respect when somebody wants to be left alone. And when I go to sleep at night, it's not, oh my gosh, I don't have a husband, or oh my gosh, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm trying to create multiple income streams for myself. I'm trying to figure out how to be a better actress. So, to continue, I develop characters for acting roles. I record music. I keep myself busy with so many different projects. I recently started doing fitness competitions, and I recently joined a hybrid martial arts. Being in a relationship with a guy is not the focus. They don't define my worth. I don't sit around waiting for any of them to come save me. Because I've told guys this all the time, like, you could be the most attractive man in the world to me, but if you're not sweeter than my solitude, I don't want to be bothered. I do not want to get taken out of my peace. To just say it plainly, I've been vulnerable, been opened, and I got burned. And it's very painful to deal with all that. And if being vulnerable and being open led to financial ruin, my trust being broken and violated, to me it's not worth it, because I can do bad and be a fuck up by myself. And because I never complained about how bad it got and I just worked through it, I don't think people realize how bad it got. Like, I was in financial ruin for years. I felt so stupid and pathetic. It was just shameful to me. In fact, I actually took an assessment. Let's see if I can read it. Really quick. Hello. Gonna work. Okay, so it says, you're scared of losing your self-to-love. Yes. You may have been burned a time or two, so you keep yourself at a safe distance to not lose parts of yourself again. Exactly. That is it to a T. Because I've been told I'm a giver, but at the same time, this is me cutting it off. If I don't think you're safe, I'm not going to open up. And I just have to make sure you're safe, because I've had friendships where, yeah, I opened up eventually, but I just want to make sure you're trustworthy, you're not a gossip queen. And there's times where I don't even tell them things because I'm not sure how they're going to receive it. Because again, being vulnerable too many times have led to very cruel and harsh consequences, and I'm not going to put myself through that again. So being vulnerable caused that much damage, and it was a disaster. Disaster, damage, catastrophic. I don't want to voluntarily put myself through all that. And getting into the next point, I grieve differently. I've been burned on multiple occasions to the point where I'm just not as open like I used to be when I was really, 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 really little. And I think some people take this as me not being open, and I am. I'm just careful. And my heart is guarded. I will admit that. I don't want to burden or bother people, but then I also don't want to tell somebody something in secret and then they spread it around. And I also don't want to burden and bother people on happy occasions. So, for example, a lot of my cousins on both sides of my family got married in July. And there was just a lot going on as far as losing people and family members going to the emergency room. I kind of kept that quiet, didn't really tell anybody, because, hey, I made a decision, like, if you're happy, I don't want to fuck with your happiness. I don't care how fucked up my life is. I want you to be happy. I want you to be successful, even if it comes before my own success. And I've withheld news from family members and pregnant friends because I don't want them stressing. And it just makes you see life differently when you lose friends in tragic ways. And usually by the time it's all said and done, I've handled it on my own or wanted some space. And some people took that personally. It's like, it's not like I want to be bothered. I just wanted my space. And I think because I wanted my space and I grieve differently, they took it as, oh, she don't want to be friends. And that's not true. So I think that's another reason why I got the boot a lot. Because I just, when I had bad stuff happen, I just kind of go into my safe place. Because if I'm going to open up to somebody, I just want to make sure you're safe. And a lot of times I have not felt safe. Just being honest. So if you have something happy going on in your life, I'm not going to ruin it with bad news. I'm not going to do that. And when I see two cousins getting married, regardless if I'm invited or not, if I see two friends or two family members, I see two people who are vulnerable to each other, who are open with each other, and who can love without fear. And I appreciate you being an example and some of the best teachers, because I don't see myself ever trusting at that level again. So you guys are good examples. When I see pictures of you guys on Facebook, it's not, oh my gosh, I wish I was there. And oh my God, how come they didn't invite me? It's, here's two people that found each other, who care for each other, who have each other's backs. It has nothing to do with me. You know, you have a right to invite who you want. That's what I feel like every time I see people come together in love. It's not about me. It's not about the people at the wedding. It's not about the people who got invited. It's about the people who are coming together in love in marriage. It has nothing to do with me. You guys are the greatest examples to me, because, again, I don't think I will ever, like, trust again like that. I mean, I'd rather be by myself. And I told some of my YouTube family, listen, if I ever get married, I'll invite y'all with a wedding link, but Wetfully or Google Live, but shit, the chances of y'all attending my funeral is a lot higher. You know, put that damn tequila bottle in the middle of my hand and close that coffin and put that bitch in the ground, because I just don't see it happening. So, I love you, cousins. Love you, family. love you friends. Thank you for showing that you can love without fear, because right now I'm pretty guarded. And I think because I am pretty guarded, and when I go through bad things, I kind of distance myself from people. I think some people subconsciously pick up on that and they say, we don't want her around. And it's not that I dislike people, it's just I really don't trust them. And people don't accept different grieving styles. They think, oh, she's just being a bitch and don't want to be open. Instead of just saying, hey, we'll just hug her and maybe. So it would be nice, instead of like, going away from someone because you don't understand their grieving style, say, hey, I'm not sure what's going on, but I just want to give you a hug. I just want to be a listening ear, because I don't expect anyone to solve my shit for me or figure it out for me or even have the answers. It'd just be nice to get a hug or just say, hey, Alesha, everything's going to be okay. You'll figure it out. And speaking of that, I have been powering through stuff on my own for so long that I wouldn't want a guy to take it personal that, or I accidentally bruise his ego, because instead of asking him for help, I would just literally figure it out on my own. Like, I say this example in my article, but my foot's been feeling a little dislocated lately because of fitness competitions and stuff, and I just figured it out on my own. Instead of like asking him for help or whatever, I'm just gonna figure it out. And I think I read somewhere that independent women need to learn how to like open up and let people help them. But my thing is, if being vulnerable caused that much pain, disaster, financial ruin, to me it's not even worth it. I even opened up about friends passing away once and how it affected and changed my life, and how it made me see people in life different. And I got burnt there too. I mean, I just got burnt. I mean, I couldn't believe people were so mean. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna stay guarded and just be really careful how I open up to people, because tragedy changes your life forever. I mean, I don't see life the same. I'm not the same Silky Slick. I'm not the same cousin at that family reunion. Like, I'm definitely like more distant. And look, I'm still the same person. Like, I'll still go out and dance, but every once in a while I have a song that reminds me of a friend and it brings back a memory, and I just might want to be a little bit quiet and just reflect. It definitely changes how I see life. And sometimes, instead of just having the answers and just pushing somebody away that does things different, I just wish we could just be there and just hug each other and say, hey, everything's gonna be okay. Sometimes that's it. Just being there. Another opinion. Usually when I look at wedding photos on Facebook or Instagram, sometimes I'll see a sea full of white. So this tells me that they're uncomfortable around black people, don't really feel like they have black friends, or just simply didn't want to invite them. And again, a lack of diversity in your friend groups is a reflection on you. I'm usually the only black person in groups sometimes, so to me it's second nature. And I hate to keep making shit a race issue, but I'm also a person that likes to read the writing on the wall. There's times where people have made assumptions about me, stereotypes, and they just assume things. And then when they got to know me and they realize, oh, she doesn't, live up to the stereotypes or live down to stereotypes, she doesn't act the way in our minds how a black person should act, they start to get uncomfortable with me. And because they jump to conclusions and they didn't take the time to get to know me, they start to get uncomfortable and stopped inviting me to things. And because in the groups that I do run with from time to time, even as stuff like Gen Con, even some entertainment circles, or even some business things I go to, I'm usually the only black there, and it's just second nature to me. I don't even think about it anymore. And I even had some people over the years say, oh, you're light skinned, you fit in with white people better. In my experience, a lot of times I don't fit in anywhere, because on one hand, people don't see you as black enough, but then on the other hand, you're not white either. So sometimes I just like to hang out with animals because they're the least judgmental people I know. And there's no such thing as speaking white. Oh, you speak like a white person. No, there's no such thing as speaking a race. It's called speaking proper English. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you serious? So sometimes I just like to spend time with my animals out in the woods, because sometimes people are too much. But that's another theory. Just straight up bluntness. Just sometimes I just think they don't want black people at their weddings, and it's sad and stuff. Again, I hate to keep making shit a race issue because I don't like to play victim. But I also like to call out the hard things and talk about the hard things that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Because if you know me, on Instagram, I consider myself a fun person. I like to post food photos. But I am just going to say this. I have white friends and white relatives who post pictures of themselves hanging out with one black person. They think their friend group is diverse. And I said, no, that's called tokenism. I'm like, oh my gosh, help me. And then I had another white person tell me they decided to get black friends because Barack Obama became president. And I said, oh my God, that shit is so stupid. This is why I hang out with animals, and this is why I drink, because that's getting way off topic. And I do talk about that in other videos, but I'm just like, this is why I sometimes have to stay away from people. And I'm just like, oh my God, help me, help me, help me, help me. Like, shit. I completely lost my train of thought, but I just try to pick friends based on content and character and try to find people on my same wavelength and energy, because that shit just pisses me the fuck off. I'm just like, oh my God, like, are you serious? And because I talk about and address the hard things, my bluntness and straightforwardness is another reason why I'm kind of cut out of the invite list. What you see is what you get. I sometimes hold nothing back, and that can rub people the wrong way, because as a lady, you're supposed to be nice. You're supposed to want to be liked. Instead, I could give two fucks. I'm just going to speak my mind and just tell you. I'm just going to tell you straight up, and you either love it or you hate it. And I tell people on my Medium profile, listen, sometimes I get really deep, and not everybody can handle it. But if you can keep an open mind and agree to disagree, welcome. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'd rather be someone's shot of tequila. And so let me go ahead and try to bump in these two, squeeze it in here. I don't like to talk about this publicly a lot, but I have an invisible illness, and it makes me have stabbing pains and dizzy spells, and it started back in March of 2016. And because I turned down, hanging out with people, you're just making it up. You don't look sick, because I don't look sick, and it falls under that invisible illness umbrella. Fibromyalgia, Crohn's, all the invisible illnesses that are out here. Because you don't look sick, people just think you're making it up just to get out of hanging out, and that's not true. You're just in a lot of pain, and they don't see it. And I think this definitely severed some of my relationships, and pretty much broke some of my friendships beyond repair, and that we hate each other. And I did not mean for it to be this way, but it just panned out this way. And I was just like, I'm not making it up. But they're like, oh, at least you're in your shape. You're just being lazy. You don't want to go out. No, I feel like something's stabbing me, but that is a whole nother issue for a whole nother day. I just want to throw this in here. And one more very important, elephant in the room. I don't know why people asked about my dad over the years. Why do you care about somebody who doesn't care about me? I don't understand. Why let somebody take up rent in your mind when you're clearly not taking up rent in theirs? So many people over the years asked about my dad, and he's not a good person. If I don't give two fucks, why do you? And because of this stance, people think I'm a male hater, and I am not. I'm definitely not a male hater, and because I'm not a male crazy woman in this male oriented society, not on the invite list. And it used to annoy me growing up, as a product of a single parent, you're more likely to be like this, you're more likely to be like this, and you're going to do that. And I can't miss what I never had, and I'm not a victim. He made a decision not to be in my life, and I just said, fuck it. I mean, I never let anyone determine my self-worth, even if they helped create me. And as a quote I like to stick by, you can, rise above your circumstances no matter what you're going through. And it just used to annoy me, even at family reunions, even with friends, even at school. Like, where's your dad? And I'm just like, why? Why do you care? If you love me, why do you keep asking me the question? And I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to say that he's dead so people stop asking. So if I somehow get married and walk my crazy ass down that aisle, I'm probably going to do what Meghan Markle did, just walk myself down that aisle and then maybe ask a cousin or an uncle or somebody else. But like I said, the chances of that happening are pretty slim. So that's just like a big revelation that I want to say for the end. Yeah, I just got that knocked out the way. So it is about to be 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's the only way I could squeeze in videos in between acting and memorizing and all that jazz. So I'm going to take a sleep break, and I'm going to finish the rest of this video. Give me a bit, and I am going to knock this out. Later, Gators. Give me like 1 minute. I'm just going to edit the next footage in. See ya. Hey, I'm back. So I just want to add these 2 little snippets really quick because this video is already long enough. So here's my personal blunt take on why some family members, between me and you, why they take it so personal when they're not invited. And basically, they don't see themselves ever getting married. And so watching you get married, i.e. my cousins and my friends and my family members out there who's gotten married, watching you get married is the closest thing to a wedding and marriage they will ever get. And by not being invited, it's like a little bit soul crushing because they're like, oh man, I don't get to experience that like my cousin or my younger family member gets to experience it. So man, not only am I not getting married myself, I don't get to watch my cousin get married, or I don't get to watch them walk down the aisle either. And I just think it hurts their feelings a little bit, but don't worry about it, they'll get over it. And sometimes, especially on my end, between me and you, YouTube family members and cousins, sometimes people on my end can take it a little bit too far. They'll go on for days and days and days dragging about it, talking about it. How come they didn't invite me? And I'm just like, oh my shit. I love you, but you have to get a life. Do you know the relatives that got married? Would you recognize them if you saw them on the street? If you don't know them, and if you don't recognize them, why in the hell are you tripping? Like I said, at the end of the day, it's all family, but you cannot invite everybody. Let's find something else to do. And look, I pretty much made peace and came to terms with me not getting married, and I'm okay with it. But I can tell when some cousins and some family members get married, or some friends get married, and some people in my family aren't invited, they take it way too far sometimes. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, we're just going to have to find you something else to do. It's all love at the end of the day, but Jesus, like, help them, Jesus. Just keep these people in your prayers and send them positive vibes, because I really think some of them wish they were married and they think they missed their chance, or they don't think it's going to happen for them. But I think the one thing that is kind of like wrong, some of them even go as far as offering marriage advice, and they've never been married. How in the hell can you offer advice and you've never been there? One of the things I try to do on my YouTube channels and in my articles, stay the fuck in my lane. I understand that, they want relationships and they wish they were in one, and watching you guys get married is the closest thing they're going to get to getting married, meaning, my friends who got married, my family members who got married, and cousins. I get that. Watching you all get married is like the closest thing. But I think it's a whole nother crazy level when, they try to offer advice, and when married friends ask them things. How can you offer advice and you've never been there? That's not your lane. And then when I try to say something, it's like, you're younger than me, quit being disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm just telling you it's not your lane. The one thing I will always say, me personally, throughout my life, I'm just going to stay in my lane. I'm not going to talk about things that I don't know. I just won't. And not knowing something doesn't make you look stupid. when you're trying to talk about things that you don't know, or trying to, you know, hey, I can give wedding advice and I've never been married. That's the shit that makes you look stupid. Also, when you've never been married, yet you're trying to offer marriage advice, you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? So just honestly, some of these people I know, I'm just like, I'll just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, because some of them are just romantic at heart and wish they really were like you guys, but I'm just like, oh gosh, help them, help them, help them. If you made it to the end of this long ass video, you are a trooper. So to finish off, here's some advice that if you really want to be the wedding and you really feeling some FOMO and you're like, Alesha, the shit you're saying in this video sounds good, but bitch, I want to be there. Hear me out before you shoot me down. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now I'm actually taking this from my article, so whatever I didn't get to in the video, I wrote it out in the article. Take the high road. Because remember, it's not about you, it's about them. You cannot invite everyone. Coming from a big family, I understand this personally. Stay the fuck off social media. If you really have a bad case of FOMO, you know, fear of missing out, stay off of social media that day. Pick a vacation spot and go to it. Find a new hobby to join that day. Hop on a live call with me or get you a friend and get your mind off of it. Take a self-care day. Hang out with another group of friends if this is an option. And if not, I'm going to ask you to take your power back and go deep. Learn how to be happy alone. And here's a little crash course on how to be happy alone from somebody who thrives in it. Yours truly. Once you stop seeking validation and happiness from outside sources, you are ahead of most people, and happiness should come from within first. Go to a movie, concert, by yourself with no friends or family. Stay at home with no distractions at all. So I personally like to meditate and spend time in nature. When you learn to rely on yourself and make decisions without the input of others, you will stop caring what other people think of you, and maybe even stop caring about being invited, and you will start finding comfort in yourself. And when you become that person, people have a tendency to gravitate towards you. I think being the only child growing up, it's easy for me to spend time by myself. And it takes time, but once you start learning how to be happy alone, you are going to be ahead of most people. But you will be confident and self-assured regardless of what you do or what you don't get invited to. And having alone skills in this extroverted society is very valuable. So, you finally made it to the end. Thank goodness. Here's to happily ever after to all the people who just got married. Congratulations, you guys. Cheers. Ooh, that's good. Oh my God. And guys and gals that don't get invited, hang in there. Remember, when you get rejected, nice things get rejected all the time. We're in it together. Love you guys. Shout out to Rev. I went this weekend. It was a lot of fun. It's the most fun I had in a long time. It's been a crazy year as far as losing people and watching people pass away. So it's just nice to, let loose and get stuff off my mind. And so I'm going to go ahead and this is some gear I got from Rev. I look really like an idiot in these. Look at my eyes are just like really weird. Oh my God, this is weird, but cool. I love it. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep and memorize lines and get back to work. And I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers. Bye-bye.